Oh man, that new Quantumania trailer is awesome, and it reveals some really crazy things about Kang the Conqueror, the quantum realm, and the Marvel multiverse. This movie is going to be massively impactful for the Marvel Cinematic Universe and a huge part of setting up Kang as the villain of the next two Avengers movies. In this video, we're going to break down a few crazy things from the trailer, but I also want to talk about some old plot leaks to really pull out what's going on in the Quantumania movie and how it's going to set up the future for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So smash that like button and buckle up as we take you down a spoiler and speculation-filled rabbit hole all the way to the Quantum Nexus. First up, let's just talk about Kang the Conqueror, because holy banana nut muffin on a Sunday morning, Jonathan Majors looks incredible as Kang. We see some of his awesome powers on display, like these crazy platforms that he can summon and fly on. He's got a sweet nanotech-like mask that has some kind of an energy shielding that goes over his face, making him look like the iconic blue Kang from Marvel Comics. He can shoot freaking Dragon Ball Z-like beams of energy. He can open up crazy portals, and apparently he can also give time. And that's a really important aspect to what Kang can do, as he is offering to Scott Lang to give him back time.
I'm the man who can give you the one thing you want. What's that? Time.
And the thing is, Scott knows that you can't change the past. That's not how time travel works in the Marvel multiverse. In fact, a big part of Avengers Endgame is Scott Lang learning this aspect of time travel and then helping the Avengers to build the time travel device that they use to do the time heist. So I think Kang will offer a way to actually change the past for Scott Lang, which will be different than the time travel that we've seen in the Marvel Cinematic Universe so far. And again, Scott's the perfect character to introduce this idea, because Kang could dangle this in front of him, and Scott will basically be like, look, you can't change the past. If you go back, you're just going to create a new version of me and a new version of my daughter. There's no way to change what happened in my timeline. But I think Kang, that we'll meet in this film, will have the ability to actually do that. And that is such an interesting story beat, because not only has Scott Lang had a very difficult life, but everything on Earth has been really difficult since Thanos first attacked New York through Loki. And I believe in Scott's mind, he'll think about how he could avoid all the suffering and the lost time with his daughter, but he could also save the people of Earth a lot of pain. He could actually undo things that kill heroes like Iron Man and leave the world without Steve Rogers as Captain America. It's frankly a really compelling story idea to sort of dangle, a sort of deal with the devil for Scott Lang, and I love it. But I know what you're thinking. You're like, how could Kang actually change the past? How could he actually rewrite a timeline? Well, I think it has to do with this part of the trailer here. The part where you see Scott Lang pulling variants of himself seemingly out of nowhere and then teaming up with his variants to try to stop this spinning ring ship thing, which we believe will be Kang. And the plot leaks refer to this place as the Quantum Nexus. And I think this will be a combination of two different concepts from Marvel Comics, the Chronopolis and the Nexus of Time. And also possibly the Heart of Forever. So I guess three different concepts from Marvel Comics. And I think the best way to explain what the Quantum Nexus is, it is going to be a place within the quantum realm that has access to or touches every single universe in the multiverse. And I think with enough power from this nexus, one could go into any singular universe within the multiverse or manipulate multiple universes at once. I believe this will tie into some things that happen in the Avengers Forever comic book run, but this place, this Quantum Nexus, I think could be the key to Kang being able to actually change the past and create time paradoxes. You see, in the leaks, it is apparently going to happen in the film that Kang will meet Janet Van Dyne when she's initially trapped within the quantum realm in the 1960s or 70s. Apparently, Kang will make the same offer to Janet that he's going to end up giving to Scott Lang and offer her more time to give her back that lost time if she helps him fix his ship so that he's able to go back to his universe. And apparently in the film, while Janet is helping Kang, she's going to discover via his ship that Kang is actually super evil and he's trying to go throughout the multiverse and conquer the entire multiverse. At which point, Janet is going to stop helping Kang and sabotage his ship, stranding him in the quantum realm. And I think this will be some kind of battery or device that powers the ship. It's a thing we see in the trailer right here. And of course, Janet having some Pym particles could actually shrink this thing down, and she could have this battery with her the entire time that we see her from the point in which she comes back from the quantum realm. In fact, this device could have given her the power or the ability to fix Ghost in Ant-Man and the Wasp. And so this battery is what Kang is after, and I think he feels that Scott can help him get this battery back. But we also hear in the trailer that Kang gives an ultimatum to somebody. So at first he's like offering the time, and then I think that's probably not going to work, and so then he uses the stick, and I think he'll threaten Scott that if Scott doesn't get him that battery and get him what he wants, he will destroy everything that Scott calls life. He will just wipe Scott and everyone he loves from all of existence across the multiverse. And at this point in the film, when we see Scott pulling a bunch of variants and trying to get up to this spinning thing of different gold rings, I assume this is Kang with his ship or chair having his battery and now able to exit into the multiverse from the quantum nexus. And as many people have been talking about, it seems like the rings here spinning for Kang's ship are very similar to the 10 rings from Shang-Chi. They're similar to the bangles from the Miss Marvel show, and they even seem to be replicated around the Scarlet Witch, the Darkhold, and that shrine that we see in Multiverse of Madness. And we think all of this technology is connected to the Celestials, as you also see a lot of similar shapes and even spinning circles in the Eternals movie. Now, essentially, this is a spoiler for the end of the movie. I don't fully even understand how this is going to happen, but I do want to give a spoiler warning here. But apparently, Kang will exit into the quantum nexus, but I've heard different things about how this will go down, and apparently they've changed the ending a little bit to give MODOK somewhat of a redemption where he's going to betray Kang, but we do think that Kang will actually leave this film going through the quantum nexus back out into the multiverse. I think he's going to do this with his ship damaged and his empire of warriors kind of gone. But I ultimately think you could think of Kang winning by actually getting out of the quantum realm at the end of Quantumania, and I do think Scott Lang will be trapped inside the quantum realm. And from here, I believe Kang will go out into the multiverse, but it's even possible he will go beyond the multiverse, as the new rumors are that this variant of Kang that we meet in Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania is going to end up becoming the Beyonder, or tapping into the powers of the Beyonder for the Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. It's crazy because I believe this Kang the Conqueror has already been through multiple different timelines and possibly even multiple multiversal wars, as he says in some of the trailers and some of the things we've heard from behind the scenes, that he's killed many different Avengers throughout the course of his life. And so essentially, this Kang the Conqueror will be unleashed upon the multiverse, and he'll have to reconsolidate his power. And And I believe that upon looking for more relics like the 10 rings or the bangles around the multiverse, he's going to consolidate his power to the point that he is a Beyonder level threat, that he's going to literally be able to warp reality with the power that he has. I even think that you'll see a lot of the journey for this Kang character post Quantumania in the Kang Dynasty movie, right? There's a lot of connection between that movie and this one, but I have heard that you will get a lot of the backstory for Kang filled in the Kang Dynasty. Very similar to the way that Infinity War was really Thanos' movie and it filled us in on him, his story, and his motivations. That's what you're going to get with the Kang Dynasty. And then in turn, Secret Wars is going to focus more on the multiversal heroes and villains that are being recruited to go up against this now Beyonder level threat version of Kang. Man, it's so freaking cool, and it really does feel like a lot of elements for the multiverse saga are coming together in Quantumania, and we're hearing a lot of fun stuff about the projects that are be coming out in the next couple of years leading into the Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. It's a great time to be a Marvel fan, and I really am excited for Jonathan Majors' Kang, and I'm pumped to hopefully get some more explanation on what the heck is actually going on with the multiverse. So let me know what you think about all of these things from the trailer, from the leaks, and the rumors of where we're headed. Smash a like on this video if you enjoyed it, and make sure you're subscribed to this channel and our live streaming channel. We give away dope nerdy things to lucky subscribers each and every month. If you want to watch more, why not check out this video I recently did about how Feige's plan for the X-Men after Secret Wars is going to be cosmic.